What's up, family? This your girl, Lippers Goddess. I got some shit I want to address. I'm gonna wait to see if anybody gonna come over.
People are looking to you for ideas for direction. Are you ready to take direction? Ready to turn that key? Tuesday, the magic happens if you've done the work today and tomorrow. On Wednesday, the chance to kind of go back. Beginning of
Now wait and see if anybody gonna pop in here.
There's a little bit of, oh my God, we all this done. Energy that comes in on Friday, just don't rush. Again, taking it from someone who hasn't experienced rushing.
Cause I ain't with the bullshit. I ain't with the dumb shit, period.
Lots of ideas, lots of thoughts, lots of action happening. Don't spread yourself too thin. This page is on a tight wire.
I don't know what the hell going on out here in these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? They got me all in the mix of some bullshit that I don't know what the fuck going on. And I don't like that shit because I stay to my motherfucking self.
I actually have another one that I'm going to keep out just in case something like this happens again. Always good to have backup. All right, so we just went through the 7-day forecast. We're going to take a look next at the blessing of walk. If you like to definitely stick with it. I think I will put through some good Tuesday. Let me just rearrange everything on the table. And
No, we put me in the middle of shit. I support everybody. I try to support everybody. And then because somebody seen me in a stream, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that bullshit at all. That ain't nothing but a bunch of chaos. I ain't with chaos. I'm about what's right. I don't know what the hell going on. So y'all need to keep me out of that motherfucking shit. Period.
your blessing is 9 of swords, blessing in the sky.
This is how you find out who the real motherfuckers is.
Again, a holiday is all the people in your life are kind of connected. So let's begin first with the surprise blessing. So for many of you, this can represent an understanding that maybe the only thing to be afraid of is kind of like the energy.
What's up, just natural? I don't know what these people got going on out here in these damn YouTube streets, but they need to keep me up out that motherfucking bullshit. I don't know what's going on. I try to support everybody, even though a lot of them don't support me. I still go around. I push the like button. You know what I'm saying? I might drop in for a few minutes, but I don't know what kind of beef they got going on out here in these streets. And I'm tired of my name getting pulled up into shit just because somebody might have seen me in a chat. Hey, motherfucker, that motherfucker wanted to get mad at me. See what I'm saying? Because I went in that motherfucker, I went in the chat off the rip and told him I don't take sides. I'm not no damn follower. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the hell going on, so don't put me in that shit.
I don't have to do that anymore. I don't feel that way anymore. I'm not afraid. I'm not as afraid. I'm moving forward that in life.
Yeah, because talking about something about I know it's supposed to be something going on with Big Dog Philly and I don't know who else. But like I told when I went in who that was chat I was in the other night, London Man. Okay, I went there and told him I didn't know what the hell was going off the rip. I said I don't know what the hell going on. I'm neutral in this situation. See what I'm saying? He took my wrench away, which I didn't give a damn. A wrench don't make me. Because of how I came in. Yeah, because I told myself I'm not no follower. I don't do that shit. I said I'm about what's right. I don't know what's going on, and I don't want to be in the middle of this shit. Okay, I'm over at Shan TV a while ago. He took my wrench because he told me he had people watching different chats and shit, and my name was on the list. I said, hell, that motherfucker got mad at me and took my wrench. I said, because I told him off the rip that I don't know what the fuck going on, and I don't want to be in the middle of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said I got to address this shit because it ain't nothing but a bunch of chaos and confusion going on out here. I be in my fucking lane. You know what I'm saying? I don't never talk about nobody over here on my channel or none of that shit. Because I ain't got time to be doing that shit. Who got time to go around and just troll people's channels to see what the fuck going on in the person chat? That go to show you right there that the motherfucker ain't shit. Just because they saw you in the chat, you hope that I wasn't over there agreeing with them. Like I said, I told them I don't know what's going on. I don't know what was said because I wasn't there. That's why I say I was neutral in the situation. Like I told, I don't follow nobody. See, I'm not no fucking follower. I'm a leader. Yeah, and all that other shit. And then, like I say, I support. And I support them way more than they support me. They be over here stealing my goddamn content and shit. Like, I don't know they be stealing it. They just try to switch it around. I don't say shit. I just act like I just act dumb, see. But since you wanted there, you know, since y'all want, and like I said, I don't talk about nobody. But since y'all want to pull me into this shit, I felt like I had to address the bullshit. Because I'm not with that shit. I'm not with that low vibrational bullshit that they got going on. Like I said, I wasn't there. I don't know what was said. I don't know what happened. And I really don't give a fuck. That's the kind of mood they got me in, see. It ain't had shit to do with me. So why would I care? He said he did not disrespect the man. I don't know. They always say it's three sides to every story. It's your side, their side, and the motherfucking truth. That's why I say I'm not on nobody's side. I'm just neutral. I try to get along with everybody. Y'all know that's my philosophy. Love. I just don't like that. I'm like that in real life. I do not like chaos and confusion, period. Don't bring that shit in my life. I want peace. I'm here to enlighten people. To wake up the collective. I'm not here to be in the middle of no whole bunch of bullshit. Oh, let's find something for us to listen to. How you doing today, baby girl?
encouraging you to let go. We talked about the importance of surrender when I was doing the channel messages at the beginning. And what we do with the 4 Pentacles, I don't know if any of you might have had like a, they do with a here.
Yeah, because I noticed how like some of my subscribers had went down. And I'm like, what the hell going on? And that's what it's all about, because they got me in a bunch of this, they got me in the middle of this bullshit, see? And then I don't know nothing about. Have no clue about what's going on. They thought, oh, he respect. I would say this off the rip. I don't, you know, I'm for what's right. And it is wrong to disrespect the dead. Even like I said, if I don't know a person, I don't believe in doing disrespecting the dead. They say he did it. He said he didn't do it. I don't know. That's what and like I said, I'm not getting in it. I'm not agreeing with nobody. I'm just stating what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. Basically, that's what it is. If you was right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I don't agree with being with a person that's doing some bullshit. I'm not with it. How your holiday going today, baby girl? Yeah, what's up, ghetto child? Man, what's going on out here, man, with this bullshit they got going on? They got me all in the mix of some shit, and I don't know what the hell, I don't know what the fuck going on. Everybody want to get mad at me because I told them I'm neutral in the shit. London man got mad at me the other night because they was trying to talk about Big Dog Philly and him. See what I'm saying? Big Dog Philly ain't never did nothing to me. He said he did not disrespect that man. I don't know. I wasn't there. If he did disrespect him, yes, he was wrong. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with disrespecting the dead. But I don't know. And don't put me in the shit. Like I said, like I just said a while ago, the old people always say there's 3 sides to every story. Your side, their side, and the motherfucking truth. And like I told them, I'm neutral in the shit. Shan TV. I went over there, you know, to show love. Oh, Empress Goddess, the reason I took your wrenches because I had somebody over at Bobby Knight watching, you know, and your name was on the list and all that bullshit. And I said, and I told him, I said they got mad at me because I told them I was neutral in the shit. I don't know what the fuck going on. And really, I don't give a fuck. Just keep me out the bullshit. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. I wasn't there and I don't know.
That which is called today the Divine Commander.
Okay.
It consists of 17 fragments. These fragments together cannot be said to form the corpus hermeticum, but they certainly constitute the greatest core of central authority in the Hermetic system. Of these works, the Poimandres, or the Vision, is by far the most important. It is usually placed second in the collection.
Oh man, Ghetto Child.
The analysis of this work
I don't know, like I said, you know for yourself.
must begin with some effort to determine
I'm caught up in
its
some
place
you know what I'm saying? Because
in the literary religious structure of our world knowledge. Actually, by structure,
and I say that much they
the
got
Vision is a sacred book.
I speak my truth. Like I say, I'm a leader.
It contains within itself nearly all of the traditional elements of a divine revelation.
What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong.
We have no real right to say
like I said, I wasn't fucking there.
That it is
so I can't,
a plagiarization
with nobody. I'm just neutral in the
from other systems. Although, as in the case of nearly all sacred books, it shows some indebtedness to earlier or contemporary thought. This must also be said of the Bible, or of the teachings of Buddha, or of the writings of Confucius. Thus we may say that the vision not only gives us a firm insight into the Hermetic theory, but also explains clearly why this gradually came to be of unusual interest to chemists, and how it made possible, perhaps, the rise of symbolic alchemy. We know immediately when we approach the book that we are in the presence of something resembling an apocalypse. There is a reminiscent likeness to the vision of Ezekiel,
Motherfucker ain't gonna be trying me all kind of ways.
or to other ancient
I almost
literary
but
and religious fragments.
I had to address this bullshit.
On the other hand, there is also a strange note of uniqueness running through the book. This uniqueness is not in the words, nor necessarily in the word pictures which are produced. It is in the arrangement of other available elements. That these elements existed prior to the production of the Hermetic writings, we cannot doubt. Therefore, it is the sequence into which they are placed. It is the order and descent of ideas, which bring with them a certain newness, as though we had taken old and familiar pigments and paints, used the traditional canvas and the well understood brushes and palettes, and yet it painted a picture that was new, a picture that combined much of the wisdom of the past and provided a kind of key to open doctrines which had already attracted and held public attention. Thus, I think we may say that the vision represents a kind of key to the great theological mysteries of antiquity. It reduces them to a reasonable and recognizable order. It is a powerful defense of comparative religion. And like the Apocalypse of John, shows that the author or authors had a wide acquaintance with religions apart from the area in which this work is believed to have been produced. In broad structure, therefore, we have this work that has come down to us as the divine vision of Hermes Mercurius Trismegistus, who is described as a priest of the mysteries of Egypt, and whose writings, according to their own content, bear not the stamp of a man, but the stamp of heaven. And in this work, Hermes is advanced as a prophet, as a minister and missionary of God, as one peculiarly and divinely favored to reveal an essential doctrine to mankind. The work is brief, comparatively, and we can sometimes wonder why it did not gain a greater spirit influence. In many respects, it has a drama missing in other sacred books. It certainly has a wonderful symbolism which could inspire the minds of many persons to the contemplation of mysteries. Yet through it all, there runs a thread of intellectualism, so broad in its scope, so deep in its implication, that in all probabilities it decreed or destined that the work should have a minority audience, that it could only be understandable by certain types of persons. While it was a wonderful picture story, it was only for a certain kind of minds. These minds were not sufficient in number to integrate around this work the kind of religion or the kind of a common descent of beliefs which we find with simpler, more obvious revelations. also brings into focus a number of concepts with which we are becoming increasingly familiar today. One of these is an extension and application of the Platonic concept of archetypes. The term archetype actually occurs in the vision. Therefore, there is a link between it and the psychological concept of archetypes which we have today. Also, like Buddhism, and to a measure like Taoism, the vision strongly emphasizes the psychological quality in human nature. It deals with mind, it deals with reason, and it deals with the pitfalls into which the mind may lead, and the method of rescuing the individual from the disturbing influences of his own thoughts. Thus, the work may be regarded in modern terms as psychological. And it presents religion as a psychological mystery. It presents theology not in its traditional or conventional form, but more as a philosophy. And we must assume from the collected product of the Hermetic group that the work was that of a philosophic religious body, in which perhaps philosophy took predominance, but in turn became the instrument for the clarification of spiritual principles. There is much subtle wording in the vision also, wording which has to be rather carefully examined. It is quite probable that for 15 or 1800 years, from the decline of Greco-Egyptian culture to the rise of modern humanism, that these subtle inferences would have but slight impact on the public mind. There was very little ability to equate them, to find in them familiar responses to the long dark ages which we call the medieval world. Now, however, we have restored much of the learning which would enable us to give this great dialogue, which it essentially is, its place in our modern world of thought. We come across two or three important points which call for, well, a certain divergence from our principal theme or stream. So we will have to be prepared to reach out into comparative religion just a little in order to clarify the issue. The story takes, as in the case of the vision of Ezekiel or in the Apocalypse of John, the general pattern of the recounting of a mystical experience which occurred to the principal person, in this case Hermes. There is nothing whatever within the vision, as it is called, which would give us any clue to the historical orientation of Hermes or his character and personality. There is no description of him. He simply appears as a person passing through an extraordinary internal revelation. And having received the instruction, achieving to a dedication by means of which he went forth to share it with all who would listen. Thus, the Hermes of the vision is a person without crystallized personality. He is an archetypal kind of person. Perhaps he represents all truth seekers, or the truth seeker. Certainly he experiences that which all truth seekers hope to experience, the kind of a reward by which they come in the end to the substance of their soul's desire. So we find, according to the vision itself, this man wandering forth alone into the wilderness. He comes to a distant place, a place apparently barren and forlorn, but one apart from the ordinary habitations of men. Here he seats himself and begins the quiet internal meditation upon the mystery of truth. Now, in this meditation, we are told in the vision, for example, that Hermes divides himself or separates himself from his body and his senses. This almost immediately gives us a certain hint of yoga or Vedanta, the presence of a discipline by means of which the conscious energies are directed away from objective things is clearly indicated. Hermes was following a formula or a pattern. He was performing a certain kind of devotion. And the implication further is that this devotion is that which was taught in the mysteries or in the secret schools of initiation. In any event, he retired into the inner parts of himself. He relaxed his objective senses. He depended not upon them, but upon the extension of an intuitive nature within him. And as he internalized, separating himself totally from all the concerns of this world, departing not only into the wilderness of a desert place, but into the inner wilderness of his own life, apart from all things, he suddenly beheld the universe open around him. It seemed to break, burst, unfold with incredible rapidity. And he beheld, filling the universe, filling space, a strange monster. This monster was a great winged dragon, which writhed and turned and twisted in the air. And when we come to this, we come to our first exploration of comparative religion. Well, the description of this dragon is almost identical with the description given by Confucius of the mind of Lao Tzu. It was this strange, incredible power monster. Something like the Chinese dragon, particularly the imperial five-clawed symbol of heaven. To the Chinese, the dragon was the symbol of universal energy. It was the symbol of life per se. It was the symbol of all power and of God as power. In the vision, this dragon becomes the personification of universal mind, the intellect of the world. It is a creature of vast strength and mysterious appearance, both inviting and menacing, and as the vision tells us, utterly unfamiliar to the normal senses or to the expectancies of man's outward perceptions. Hermes, beholding the dragon, is terrified. But there is nothing whatever in the vision to indicate that this dragon was a monster of evil. It was not. It was the dragon of the mysteries. It was the winged serpent of the ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. It was the combined symbol of light, consciousness, motion, and mind. It was all these qualities and powers as one eternal rising thing. In the Chinese philosophy, the dragon is a most sacred and important symbol, inasmuch as it represents an animal that feeds from the sky. It derives no nutrition from the earth. It does not place its feet upon the earth. Its abode is space. It sleeps upon clouds. It never approaches man, and those who would discover it must journey to the most difficult and inaccessible areas. Yet this dragon in China is also the guardian of the pearl of great price. It is the guardian of the mysterious golden ball of light. It is even to some degree the devourer of the sun. And among the Chinese, of course, it was also the particular emblem of absolute sovereignty and royalty. Now, Hermes, beholding this dragon, gives us symbolically, almost in the form of pictures, a story that we must also give some consideration to. It tells us that the nature of true mind is unknown to man. That what we call the mind is not the mind. That this thing that is really the mind is as incredible as the dragon. That it is utterly beyond our experience. And he tells us in one of the fragments that the mind that we know is not the mind. That what we call the source of thought is simply an aggregate of physical faculties and powers within us. That what we call the thinker is not the thinker. What we call reason is not the reason with a capital R. What we call the God concept is not the true God concept. That what we are trying to define and defile in the very process is utterly beyond us. An incredible thing that in its first impact terrifies and brings us to our knees, beseeching it to conceal something of its radiance from us because it is beyond our knowledge and beyond our power to endure. Thus, we have in the vision the immediate clarification of this thing which Hermes is later to refer to as reason. But this is not the reason of the bookman. This is not the reason of scholarship. This is not the reason which arises only from the experience and contemplation of worldly things. This is not worldly wisdom. This is not the wisdom that is derived from the researches that we know. This is the wisdom which lives and forever exists free in space. A reason that never feeds upon earthly things, but has a life in itself. A reason that is wisdom with wings, an immortal creature. A creature forever in motion, forever frightening or fearful in its aspect. But at the same time, this fearfulness of appearance only, for this reason destroys nothing, attacks nothing, injures nothing. The only way in which it hurts man is because it frightens him. It does nothing actually to injure him. Hermes, however, fearful of the tremendous impact of this mind in the form of the great dragon, beseeches reason to present itself to him in some more familiar or more simple form. And this heavenly thing sort of falls back into itself again. And in the place of it is a great area of radiance. There is only light. And this light is therefore the appearance of reason. This light is a radiance abiding in space. This light carries within itself
what it is the community can't punish you physically. They'll make you feel like you're insane. You're an outcast. That's the show.
You're an outcast. That's the show. That shit don't work on a nigga with money. You know how many times y'all niggas said y'all was gonna boycott McDonald's and them niggas is still running? Bitch, look at me as McDonald's. You can say I got all types of pink slime, bitch. The drive-through is still circular. Okay. Like the argument. So it's just like, what's the point? I'm not beefing with nobody that's pulling up in the drive-through. Hey, I take your order. Okay, and then go on about your business. Go on about your business. That's it. You can yell at the the machine all you want, sir. There's a car behind you, so if you could please pull to the side and let them go about their business, because anybody got time for that? Y'all think I'm upset that Burger King across the street? Mm-mm. Hello, Chick-fil-A. Hello, Taco Bell. I welcome you all, bitch. Friendly competition. That shit don't stop nothing. It don't stop nothing. It's late. Okay. This is bad. But, of course, everybody got their personal feelings in it to where it's like, oh, well, I'm a mom and pop shop. And they put me right next to a McDonald's.
This shit's
The McDonald's is
this
blowing me
fuck
out of the
shit.
water. Look, what I do. Sell better food, bitch. Sell better products. Market yourself better. Stop talking about McDonald's all the time and market your business. You're giving McDonald's too much free promo. If McDonald's is so unhealthy, push your shit. Market it. Where's the demographic that needs you? Come on now. It can't just be McDonald's being unhealthy food-wise, because it's unhealthy even to worry about McDonald's when you're not even partaking in McDonald's. See how that go? You wouldn't even know about McDonald's if you wasn't eating there. Oh, don't blame McDonald's for them past couple of years when you used to eat there, baby. You made them decisions on your own. You was broke, looking for a cheap way to eat. Okay. So once again, yes, you ain't with me, OG, Rose Sanchez, and whomever else, Bobby Knight, whomever else. Yes, you ain't with us. Yes, you with yourself.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Projection.
I'm not crying. Never no spill. No shit out. The link always out there. The page always open. You need a wrench? Yeah, get a wrench. What do you need? Shit out. 4 for 4 from Wendy's. Treat yourself. Get you a 4 for 4. Okay. Do you? Do you? That's it. But you can't control how I'm gonna ever do me. That's just one thing you always have to learn about yourself. You can't control what nobody else is doing with their time, they self. All you can do is worry about you and yours. Let's see, when you so focus on everybody else but you and yours, that's when you can get online and start talking about how you and yours got taken from freedom. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom set me loose. Oh. Come on now. Let's get it. Like, we're on the internet. You get what I'm saying? Like, spread your wings and fly, right? That's it. You can never clip my wings, nigga. These are metal. Remember, y'all call me the Transformer. How you gonna clip the Transformer metal wings? Megatron. Like, come on now. It's starting to become comical. That should do not offend me, not one bit. Not one bit. That's just your fantasies, not mine. Okay? This is the greatest of times to be alive, right? Because now you get to challenge yourself. Challenging self, personal, What's some things that I can work on? What can I do? And I ain't talking about no New Year's resolution, bitch. Life goals, niggas, life goals. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Your bank account would be better. Y'all niggas be talking about money. Can't pull out no money out. Can't show no accounts. Can't show no this, no that. And it's not about showing all that, because really we don't even give a fuck at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, if you bring it up at least, you will put the money where your mouth is. Okay. Because at the end of the day, you're not beefing with me. You're beefing with your wealth and your health. That's it. That's all. Ain't no agenda is bigger than the one that you put on yourself. Now let that sink in. Okay? Let that sink in. Ain't no agenda bigger than the one that you put on yourself. Damn. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to be masculine, alpha, men. Why the fuck y'all niggas on the internet trying to spill milk if that's what you represent, masculine, alpha man? Must ask. How do a nigga like me got the table shaken up? If you such a masculine, alpha man, I must ask. How are you even in the same arena as me, Mr. Masculine Alpha Man? Must ask. Well, the answer is simple. You see me as the masculine alpha man. Oh, welcome to the party. Hey, how can I help you? Once again. If your energy match my energy, then what that say about you? I say bitches argue all day. God damn, y'all call Love Zay a bitch because he can argue all day. So what you doing all day? Let me clean up my ear for this answer. Oh, masculine alpha man. Oh. A lot of y'all niggas just weak in real life, and that's the battle that you facing right now. The only time you can project to be a hardcore, hard this, hard that, hard that, is on the internet, sir. But offline, who are you? Mr. Masculine Alpha Male? I mean, most of y'all masculine alpha niggas don't even have a wife or a girlfriend. So it's like, and if you did, and if you do, you talk about me, what do you talk about her? And I ain't heard you mention her not one time. Okay. Now come on now, Mr. Masculine Alpha Man. It's just the way that y'all sit up on here and treat this like it's Love and Hip Hop YouTube. Mr. Masculine Alpha Man. I don't know too many masculine alpha mans that got a different other masculine alpha man, but because if we did like a family tree worth of beats, and how did all of this start? Then you got to put me at the top of the tree, and then you got to figure out like how did you get involved, right, Mr. Masculine Alpha